Afternoon. I am back. Okay, so here's the deal. I was going back. Okay, so here's the deal. I was going to start working on my Indiegogo campaign video for this next period, which I need to get out so I get the preview done. The preview's all ready. I just need a video, right? So I need to be able to make it so that I can have a little chat, little demo of what I've got so far, and a little quick, what did I say, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? It's supposed to be pretty short. But a little discussion of where I'm going with this and what the plan is there. That said, I realize my game isn't ready to demo. It's not in a demo state because of my current task, and that means I have to get like a couple of other things done. So let's go ahead and pull this back to getting to work. Let's get this thing out. Really, all I need to do is get this to compile, build, pull in the data. That's all. That's all I need. And today's Friday. It's the beginning of another sprint. And so what I also need to do is go into my planner and see what I finished in my sprint. Did I even stay focused on my sprint? That is the question. I really was trying to get the game editor. I know that was part of it, but we're gonna find out what I've done, what I didn't do, how well I stuck to the plan. I do get distracted, do work on other things, and I went on a little vacation with my wife, so that kind of tweaked what I was able to get done. But we're gonna find out in a moment. Geez, where am I at? Does that click up? What the heck is this? Where's my everything? Where is this? I don't even know where this is. Close that. Don't know what this is. Aha, there you go. Let's get back to the Pro PFFM, my once working title, which is now turned into FPFM, which may or may not change again in the future. But right now, it's FPFM, which I can change at any time, I imagine. But I've even got project things enough called PFFM. So what it's called there and ultimately what it's called in the end can all be dealt with later. But let's go look at my sprint. So we got to sprint 3. This is our third sprint since I started doing sprints. These are 2-week intervals. Implement ngrok URL domain. I struggled with that. I have not got that fully working. I have not been able to get this done. Trying to get the public URL, or the fix the static URL that ngrok gives you to work, and I struggled with it. I only spent a short couple time on it, but I spent a couple maybe a day, but ultimately I think that's going to get pushed off to the next sprint. Game plan, offense, defense. What was this one supposed to be? I do have the game plan, offense, defense working now. I tweaked all the little bugaboos that I thought I had. Let's see what the subtests say. Offense, defense. Not much in detail there. But I do have the game plan, I believe, now fully functional as far as it goes. I mean, I can add, remove plays and our game situations, which is what the game plan's for. So I'm going to go ahead and call that one done. All these are just going to test. I haven't gotten to a point where I can go to production yet. I will eventually. Coaching profile page. Coaching profile page. I do have a coaching component which does a lot of things, game plan and other things, but I don't remember what the intent of that was. Page link image navigation. This seems like a weird bunch of stuff, to be honest. Why did I put these things in here? Create play, limited access. So create play has made a lot of I got load formations done. I know that. That's all finished. Loading page link. This should not be a PBI. Create play should not be a PBI. There are multiple pieces of this. This should have probably been an entire feature. Not under Epic, it should have been a feature called Play Editor. And if I were to break that down, it's probably a lot more. A PBI is not a 1 week tool, and it turned out it was not a 1 week tool. There's no way. maybe I could have done it in a sprint. It would have been, you know, me focusing on that, not taking a 3-day vacation in the middle of the week. I'm close. I mean, it is really close. The play editor's functionality. I got the formations loading. I got them. I got a pop-up where you can select them, where it loads them into the screen. I've got routes being built and drawn onto the screen. The only thing I haven't got is any kind of back and forth to the database. So I don't have. I can select and log the positional movements of the players, but there's still some extra steps. I need to add in the actions, which means I got to pull them from the database. I got to save the routes and the entire play. The entire play has to be saved and put back. And then I got to be able to reload it. So I got to take that data and pull it in from whatever I'm working on. And plays generally can't, I don't even know that at this moment, I don't even know if I've got a concept or a design built to load a play, to edit a play. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would go to the play editor. It would have to load with everything already on it. So I'd have to take all that info and somehow load it. I mean, I guess if I could take that play information and load it into the same constant state variables, those state variables could then render, because I think that's what it's doing now. So maybe it wouldn't be too difficult if I just load those state variables with the data information that comes from the database, then it would put them on this field on the screen. It's possible. I'm not sure how that would work. I haven't gotten to that yet. My thought is get the play right the first time. But yes, I will have to figure out how to reload it. And then there's a feature and functionality I want to try. Supposedly, I can take an image or take the screen or a part of the screen or something and save it as an image. Not as, I mean, I'll still have to save the settings of that play because I'm going to need that to run the play, but to set it as an image, this way I can use those actual images of actual plays for play selection, for playbook display, that kind of thing. Because I don't want to rebuild and render all of those plays. A simple image load would be easier, and then it'll just be linked back to what those values are. Because the behind the scenes settings of what every one of those drives and plays and routes and whatever's doing is only for the back end play game simulator. Don't need it on the front end at all. And so there's a number of things I need to get done with that. But I can say these two items are done. We're going to say status done on these. Or we'll send them to testing. I haven't changed it, so production is a requirement yet. So these still count as done. Eventually, I'll change it to where testing no longer counts as done, but that's going to have to wait till I get the production thing. Now, I do have the play editor. This is bad. I think I should probably go in here, playbook microservice. This should just be, I should be creating a new folder. A new list, I guess. Add list. This one's going to be a feature. We're going to call this play editor. Now the play editor is going to be way... I didn't actually create... Just making sure I didn't already do this. Get myself... It is part of the playbook, so we'll go there. Now in the play editor, I think what I actually need to do is redesign some of the things. We're going to call it... I know I have some stuff, like... I don't even know where I put the formations. Is it game plan? That's game situations, which is not really. Android web UI playbook. So a lot of what I've been doing is the UI portion, which is a little bit different. Actually, that's ooh, that's true. See, here's the thing. The play editor is a UI functionality. It is not a, this is actually going to be, I have to rename that. It's not play editor. It's a React play editor. I'm also probably going to have to create one that is a copy or similar. Duplicate. Actually, you know what? Let's create one, and then let's see if I can duplicate the whole list. Because it's going to be, yeah, I got to do something. I got to load formations. Now this is front end. So when I say the play editor, I'm referring to what's going on in the front. Dang it. All right. We're going to go. Yeah. Formations. Go PBI. We're going to say select formation. PBI. Layout. Play editor. And this one's going to have its own little subtasks. Nope. How do I? Okay. This one's got task, offense, defense, special teams, selector, task, formations button, task, play builder, field render to set routes, task, create route, actions list, task, connect, position, click to list, to actions list, task, build route, build, nope, build, okay, I don't know how to spell build anymore, my brain just lost it, build, okay, that's what it is, build, build, nope. I don't know. I don't like looking at the second screen. I don't know what that is going to be. Handle. Load, click to define route on field. What else do I need? What else is on my page? Let's see, I got the offense, defense, got the formation selector. We got to put the formations on the field because this is all going to have to exist for other stuff. And this is all the stuff that I did to... Oh, this should actually not be. This is its own thing. That's a PBI. handling and doing that stuff is a PBI. I'm just talking. This is supposed to be just the layout. I just need selected formations button, play builder field, create route actions list, connect position. Oh, that's the thing out here too. That's a PBI. Connect position, click to actions list. Okay. Then we need to do PBI load route actions into selection list. And then PBI. I don't know if that's it's really a I should probably do something like a PBI, and we'll call this let's just call this the route actions list. Create how about this? Route actions list. Set up route actions list, and then on this I can go. Oh, come on. We'll go here, and then we'll go. Now here, this will be a task. Load route actions. Task. Handle on click. Add to. What is it? Route. Definition list. Handle on click, add to route definition list. And my nomenclatures need to be consistent. I've noticed I've kind of doing different things. It's actually not route actions. This is set up route actions list, but this should actually be more like route action, load route action types is what this should be, route action types. And then we're going to handle on click, add to route definition list. And yeah. So what else do we need to do with the routes? That's pretty much it. I need to load the routes and add them to the list. And then I need to be able to save the route definition. So I don't have any idea how that's going to look yet. So we're going to go here. We're going to go PBI save route. Actually, it's going to be save play. Save play, which is going to include. Well, we'll call it save play. PBI save play. That's going to be a bit. Just that in itself is going to be a major, not major, but it's a meaty task, worth its own little thing. Because in this, I have to create a task to, I have to create the playbook data.js save play function. And then I also have to do, so there's some parts to this play editor. I don't want to cross over. I need to do play editor. So this is just the front end. So we need to have a task. Create save button to trigger save. With handle what I will do is I will take this guy, put them inside him. And we're going to change this one to a task. Load formations, select formations. Loading them is pulling them from the database. Select formations, and then we got to do something like task load from database using playbook data.js function. Fetch formations function. And then we have to do a task set up pop-up display of formations filtered by offense, defense, special teams. Task create a button image for formations pop-up. Connect position, click to actions list. Let's go ahead and add down here. We're going to call it route PBI route definition. Route definition functionality. And then we're going to take connect position click. That's going to go down here. I'm going to take handle load click date define route on field. There we go. Layout. We have set up. See, this is all the stuff I had to do to get a lot of what I'm working. So a lot of this is finished as of the last sprint. So, yeah. Again, here's kind of the problem. It's hard to do my sprints because I'm trying to keep them small selections because a lot of times they end up being a lot more than I expect because I'm doing a lot of the design work during the sprint. I'm working on Play Editor. And I'm like, well, what does that entail? And it's like slowly getting in there. And I'm like, okay, it needs this and that and this and this. So I slowly start building it. And then I come back and build this later, which is a little behind the scenes. Now, if I start to know and what I should do is come back to ClickUp every day and define the things I'm either working on, things I've completed, and things I need to do as I start to define them, which would build this up and also give me a better idea of what actually has to happen in my play. So what I'll probably do, since all this stuff is kind of sort of in a way, I'm going to go ahead and close up a lot of these, some of these sprint items. It's going to show I didn't get too much done because, yeah, I don't know. This PBI page link image navigation, I have that. I don't know why. Was that in this sprint that I did that? No. Page link image navigation. I am doing that. I just don't understand why I put that in my sprint. Did I just want to give myself credit for it? I don't know what I was doing there. Because I did do some things there. And a lot of times I fix or tweak things that aren't actual PBI items because they should be, but you know, I didn't think of them at the time and I just fix it because it doesn't take that long. Create play. Now this one, I don't actually have create play, but this is not, you know what, I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to call this one done. I don't even know why it's fully there. to be honest, but we're going to send that one to testing. Okay, so the ngrok domain, this one's going to have to carry over. Coaching profile page. I do need to work on that again. Hopefully I'll get it working in this next iteration. There were some things I had to tweak last time that were a little off. Problem is, it's really difficult to deploy my ngrok URL changes because the edits and pieces to them they're affected only, they will only deploy and only run when I update code in the application. They won't trigger. I have CI and CD that need to run to make those fire. So like the ngrok stuff only deploys when my production code deploys, which only happens when I do a PR request and merge, which I can only trigger a PR request when code changes, not when these files change. These files are not considered code, I guess, because even though I check them in, it doesn't trigger my it won't trigger my GitHub continuous integration or anything. It won't trigger any builds. So I need to actually change code. And for a while there, I kept doing that, but I'm changing a comment, tweaking some little dumb thing. And I was like, I'm just going to go work on code. So I figured every time I do what I should have been doing, and I didn't really think about it, was make this a step thing. I get a piece working, check it in, let it deploy to test, let it deploy to build, prod, and then see if my latest fix worked. And instead, I got caught up on working on the play editor, worked on the play editor, haven't checked in the play editor. Now it's in a place where I should have checked it in before I started working on this other thing. And that's where you can close off bits. And I need to learn to do that. I need to close off tasks. Like when I finish something, say, okay, well, this is working. Let's go see what this is. Mark it off as done, check it in. I can call it done. So I'm getting into my flow. I'm learning how I'm going to best handle this agile and keep things moving. The coaching profile page. Coaching profile page is really kind of where I'm at. It's, I don't know if I like the name coaching profile, to be honest. It's not the best. There's functionality I put into the coach screen. I don't even know if that's the best place for it. Right now, it's the play editor, it's the game plan, it's the playbook, right? Game plan, playbook, and play editor. That's really what the coaching profile is, but it does show the coach at the top. And the reason I put the coach at the top is because the coach will define your starting game plan. Or he'll have an effect on your game plan. I've got ideas that are kind of like flowing around in my head, and that's what keeps making me pause and I start doing all this stuff. So I was just saying, I'm thinking of ways that I want the coach to be integrated into your play editor. But the thing is, I don't want our game plan, and I don't want your game plan to be, the problem is I want the game plan to be yours, right? Not your coach's, but influenced by the coach, because the coach is going to make your decisions. You're not running your plays. You don't get to pick your plays unless you're doing a head-to-head or you're doing some special scenario where you get to pick your own plays, which is fine. You can pick your own plays. You can be your own coach, but the game plan editor, I keep going back and forth on the whole. Do you get to have multiple game plans? Or you just create one game plan and it's what you use in all things? Can you have more than one league? I don't know if you can run in more than one league. I'm going to have to say no. No for now. Eventually, maybe you can have more than one league. Because it'd be cool to be able to be in multiple leagues, but I would like you to be able to create game plans. I think what I'm worried about in letting people be in multiple leagues is I'm not totally sure how I'm going to handle all the data. Because every league has to be different. Every player that goes into a league has to be scratch, right? It's going to be its base stats. Also, I'm trying to decide, is my game going to allow for computer generated players, or is it just going to be the players I pull in? And that means, how many players can I pull in? How many players will there be? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can pull in an entire NFL's stats. I don't need, because there's a lot of players don't have enough stats, right? Because they're bench warmers. there's no stats for these guys. Only the starters get real fluid stats. So you have to generate stats for guys that aren't starters. Like, you could pull in all the players in the league. I'd have to figure out how to come up with anagrams. I don't even know how I'm going to do that for their names. I haven't decided that part yet. Some guys I may not do anagrams. Maybe I'll just do anagrams for all the starting players. Use their real names for, because who's going to know? If there's a guy out there in the NFL, his name is Joe Thompson, you know, I guess you could kind of connect him because he'll be on this such and such team. But I'm not using images, so I won't have a likeness. It won't be using the same team. They'll have a certain appearance that'll look different. I mean, there's nothing that would tie him to that person except for the fact that if someone solves what team he's on. But then you solve everybody's anagram name, it's not their real name. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. Anagrams take more work, there's no doubt about it. But, you know, nothing's saying you can't be sloppy about it. names are going to be what they are. Let's see what Copilot can do. I don't even know. Let's go Joe Thompson. I need an anagram. I'm just making this name up. I just want to see what it does. For an anagram alt name for Joe Thompson. Shopjet Moon, Post Hen Mojo, Jot Mesh Poon. He Jot Boom Soon. These are obviously, they turned into Asian names. He Jot Boom Soon. That's definitely an Asian name. I don't know. Let's see if I could come up with better. John. I think I could do better. John Postum. How about John Postum? There you go. That's better. Postem. John Postum. You got to put some effort in it, man. Come on. Postum sounds more like a name. I think it's because AI doesn't really know what sounds like a name. But it is fun letting AI take a shot. Because AI comes up with some weird stuff. All right, let's. I would have to do that. I would just be plugging names in, right down, plugging in. It would take a long time, and that's kind of late stage development stuff, right? That's finishing touches, getting the anagram names in. First, I need to get all the players in. They're gonna. I mean, during my pre-work stage, where I'm not selling nothing and I'm just working, I'll probably just be working off their normal names, and forget the anagram stuff. But that's just later, before I release, to keep everything kosher. Okay, so let's go to the unfinished tasks here. We're going to go ahead and create next sprint, move 3 tasks. We're going to go ahead and take all those guys over here. In here, I am going to go ahead and pull in some things that probably are done, but I want to be able to check them off, and I couldn't put them in the last sprint. So I'll have a better next sprint. Now I have playbooks, but I also have to have the back end. What is? Let's go here. We're going to add a list. This is a feature. Play creator backend. Play editor. All right, I'll call it play editor. It's whatever. Play editor backend create. Now this play editor backend, this is going to be PBI using playbook service add formation get. Support formations. And then this one will be, we're going to go task load create seed data load and update for new formations database task create struct and other service functions definitions struct definition. Let's just do that definition task create service calls fetch service calls for gateway trying to figure out else what I said. It's like load. Because you don't save formations. I don't create them. I mean, not in that sense. Oh, how about service calls for gateway get. Formations task create initialize function or initialize formations to handle loading seed data. Actually, this one we'll just edit this. Let's call it seed data, just seed data. Create initialize formations to handle seed data. Updating and inserting seed data. Okay, so this is my backend service to handle formations. This stuff's going to all get called by whatever UI I'm using. Also, I'm going to have to do service support formations. I have to add one PBI for using playbook service support play route action types and going to have to be this. We can call it a task. Something the same, create seed data. Action types. Task. Create struct for action type definitions. Task. Create service calls for gateway. Get action types. Task. Create initialize route action types. Handle. Update /. Okay, so that's a lot of what that's doing. Also, I need to do one of the things I haven't done yet, and I'm not even started yet, but is PBI using playbook service, support saving plays. This one's going to be task create gateway call to pass play data. What else do we need? This is actually, I think this is going to be bigger than it looks, but you know, this is going to be way more than it looks. And this is just the back end, so I'm just calling I don't have a UI aspect to this. I'm going to take the data and push it into the database. You know, honestly, I've been developing this entire Mongo database, and I haven't actually looked at a lot of what I'm throwing in there. As in, Go is my controller for my database. That's really all it is. Go is taking care of all the database crap. I'm just saying, generate this data, put this data in, pull data from there. Just do it. Just do it. I'm not even looking at the database, which is not typical when you're creating a Mongo database is not. It's a NoSQL database, right? So it's not set up in the same way that a SQL Server might be. Now I can use SQL Server, and I think a lot of what I'm doing, structurally speaking, is very referential. Meaning it's got a relational database kind of setup, or I've got lists and stuff like that are showing up in different containers or documents. A document is a record, right? But a container is what's holding it. I haven't fully gronked how it's different. I'm not trying to connect things that way, but I feel like you can't you can't throw a list into the same table as objects, because then you can't. How do you predefine your list, right? You got to store that list somewhere, and you want it to be predefined. I guess it's possible. Like, could you create all your lists and put them in one container? I mean, I guess you could do that, because you would just grab them all, but then it would just be it'd be like a row, right? Because you would have one row with all your list items and another row with all of those list items. Because it's one container, you don't have to have a separate table for it. But I still think it's weird. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. Add it to my list container. My list container. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you would just use different tables, different containers. I don't know. There's definitely something to be learned there. I don't know what is. you know, I'm still trying to gronk the benefits or the differences between how things are stored in a like a NoSQL. I am using a MongoDB. I have a number of lists that need to be pulled for list boxes and other UI list displays. Not really knowing the standard practice for efficient storage of lists in Mongo. I come from a relational DB world where I would have separate tables for every list. Each list item would have an ID that records and other tables would use to store that list item in its record. How would MongoDB differ from that? I know how it's handled in relational. All right, in MongoDB, the categories are embedded directly within the product document. This can make your query simpler and more efficient, as you don't need to join tables to retrieve related data. Name product categories. Imagine. Okay. So what does that mean? So if I need to pull, so that product has all the categories. Okay. So if I need to have a selectable list to set the category in a UI, how would I pull all the available categories if each product has different categories assigned to it? Yeah, but see, that still doesn't, that's pulling the unique ones. Right. But what if I don't have any products yet? Therefore, no products to pull the categories from. See? And then this is back to what I was saying. So in this case, it is basically the same as a relational DB. Right? Separate collection for the list. With items added to the products when they are created and listed in their own collection. So, so basically, in this case, it's the same. It's like, oh yeah, well you could just do this. I'm like, yeah, but what if I need to know all the categories and I don't have any products yet? Or maybe I have categories that exist that haven't been assigned to a product yet. They won't show up. So I need to create a collection. It's a list. It's going into its own table, which is just like having it in a relational database. So lists are still their own table. That's really what it is. I guess you could have a set of documents that all have their own. Like you could create a list of lists, a collection of lists, and then you could pull that like it says. Like my seed data here in my what is this? All right, so I have my seed data here. In theory, I could go to my seed data, which is not this one, but rather in Playbook. Where are you at, Playbook? I'm staring right at it. Oh, there it is, Playbook. Okay. So I got my seed data for formations and route actions. Theoretically, I could do something like formations here, close this off, and then put in all of my route action types. It would load them both up as two different items. I could load them up and probably even stick them into the same container because that's what it would be. Would it benefit me to put all of my lists into one container? Is there any reason to that? Would there be any benefit at all to putting all my lists into one collection? I.e. categories, product categories, comma, product types, comma, product sizes, with each document being an array of possible list items, or would it be more efficient and simpler to just keep them in separate containers, separate collections, whatever. I keep calling them containers. I don't know why. I think a container is the entire database, but I just don't know if I'd ever do that. I could see, like, if I had I guess I could have like playlists playlists play editor lists, probably be better. I could probably do something like play editor lists and then keep all the formations and the route action types and all those together in one document. And then I could do, because those I might benefit to loading them all at once, right? Because I'd have them all and I can just load them up and then just filter them, manage them, whatever I need. It'd be a single call to the database, right? Get all of them at once and then filter them as I need to. Wouldn't do all lists, like maybe if I'm doing a playbook and I have to do different kinds of filtering or whatever, I might do. I don't even know. How often am I going to need this? Is it really that big of a deal? Am I overthinking this? How many lists am I really going to have? Really, when it comes down to it, how many lists? There'll probably be more, but I can't imagine it being that many lists. Is it that big of a deal? It's probably easier just to handle them one at a time. Yeah, if I had like a 5 or 6 or 7 and I was worried about going back to the database a bunch. I mean, really it's about being efficient, right? The more data I can pull back at once, the less I have to go back to the database. And the less I have to go back to the database, the faster things can render, right? The faster I can put things up. So I guess it's going to come down to whether or not I find speed problems. But am I going to hit any speed problems in the initial stages? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I guess if my game takes off and becomes stupid popular, then I have to start looking for ways to make it more efficient. But that could be like, you know, future updates, future versions. And I don't see any reason why that can't be done later. I mean, how big of a deal is that going to be? I have 50 items. They're probably, the lists aren't big enough to matter. So that's an interesting thought, but I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. I think handling them separate just makes it visually, understandably more straightforward. So, yeah. All right, let's keep going. I got to get this working. Got it. I got 2:20. I've got me a couple hours here. I haven't finished even creating my sprint. Dang it. All right, so let's go over to my sprint 4. Let's go ahead and show add from backlog. We're going to go to I'm still working on the playbooks because I need the playbook. And we're going to go, let's see, playbook microservice. We will add, oh, wait, what is this? What did I pick? Playbook. Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm not there yet. I may have to add that later, but I'm not there yet. What is this one? Create playbook. I actually have a create playbook already. I mean, I've got the playbook functionality. I don't have any load or edit playbook or save playbook, but I do have a create playbook. The playbook, it's really nothing. It's just the page. I don't have anything on it yet. So I probably shouldn't add it. It's not technically ready. I should probably set this thing though to status of call ready for development. These guys are all ready for development. I know what they are, but let's not get distracted by that one. Let's gonna go to the play editor here. All right, so we're gonna load formations. We'll definitely have that, which is gonna be done already, but I just want to have these things in here. We're gonna do play editor. Yes, and set up route actions, yes, and save play we're working on. That's definitely got to be in here. Route definition functionality. Yes, we're doing that. This is a whole lot of items that are going to be in this sprint, and I'm taking on a lot, but I think a lot of it's already done, so that's why I'm adding more stuff. I can check some of these off. Playbook service to handle formations, got it. We're doing route actions, got it. And service to save, which is one of the things I'll be working on. Okay, that's enough. Not going to add anything else right now. The goal is get the playbook done. I've already got these items in. If I need to, maybe when I save, I can work on getting my my ngrok thing working. Okay, so we're going to say all these items, we're going to say select formation. I don't even know if I click here. Oh, I think that just changes the status. Okay, so we're going to go select formation. Yep, load, yep. Set up pop-up display, got it. And create button image for, yep, did that. And we will just call those, while we're at it, mark that one. We're going to say status, that one gets to go to testing. And then we have, we got play, layout, play editor, offense, defense selector, yep, got it. Formations button, got it. Play builder, field render to set routes, yes, got that. Create route actions list. Create route actions list. We are working on that now. That's not actually done, but these ones are ready for testing. And then there's this guy. How do I make it select? And this guy is status in development. Okay. I don't know what just happened there. Route actions list. That's supposed to be in development. I don't know why. Something's weird. Okay, well. It's supposed to be in development. I don't know what the heck. Is it like partially in development? I don't know what's going on here. Things display weird here. And this one, well, obviously this is in development. That's in development also. Pretty much everything with sub items that are done are in development, right? I mean, that's kind of, what the heck, man? Why can't I unselect everything? Oh god, it's like when you select items, you can't like easily click on something to get to unselect. Like, how do I just, what if I want to click here? See, there's no way to make it unselect those items. It just, you have to manually select them all. It's stupid. Click up, you got some dumb things. I'm just saying. Boo, click up on some of your functionality. There's just some, yeah. It shouldn't have to be so hard to select multiples and then unselect them. You should be able to select, Because like when you're doing other things, like if you select a whole bunch of items and then you select an item without clicking the checkbox, it automatically unselects everything. Like when you're selecting photos in Windows. Makes sense, right? If you're no longer selecting individual items. Annoying. So these are all done. Well, they're going to go to test. Okay. But see, there's no way to unselect them. I don't know how to get that to stop selecting those items. Stop it. Go away. There's no way to go away. Stop it. And so annoying. All right. Where was I? These guys all have to be worked on. They're all in development. This guy should be in development. I don't know why it won't mark as in development, but it is. See, create task. See, it's supposed to show in development, but it says in development, but apparently that one doesn't get a, it doesn't get a pizza. Oh, now it does. I don't know. Set up route actions. We're not loading yet. Handle click. We don't have any of this stuff yet, but all these items are ready for development. So we're going to go, can I click? I'll just say, oh, do I have anything selected? No. Okay. So we're going to go status. These are all ready for development. Not there yet, but we're working on it. So we're going to go dot, dot, dot. And then we're going to go save play. Now we haven't done that. This is ready. I'd say this is ready for development. I think I have an idea of what everything needs. Ready for development means you've got kind of the definition defined. So these guys are all ready for development. But we haven't started them yet. It is a major goal of mine. Route definition functionality. Handle load click. Done. Connect position click to action list. Got it. And we have this. So we're going to go status. We're going to say these are ready for test. And then we got playbook support formations. All right. So okay. So this is the stuff in the back end. So we got C, create struct. We did all this stuff. Formations are pretty much being handled already. So these are all ready for testing as well. And then we got playbook service, support route action types. All right, so this is the playbook part of things. This is create C data. I think that's done, but we'll call it in development. Create struct for action type. Still working on. All these things are in development. We'll call these in development. I haven't fully defined and tested anything there, so we'll call them in development. And when I say testing, it means I've unit tested. It's already been proven to be functional. Playbook service. Ah, dang it, I did it again. You're so annoying. Why does it not? Oh, gosh dang it. Now I gotta go all the way back up here and I gotta click all these because if I don't, it's stupid. Route definitions, route film. Alright, so we got that. Alright. Now, what do we got with these ones? Ready for development. We got this one, playbook service support saving plays. And we're doing that, but this is got to go gateway call to pass play save data. Alright, so this stuff's ready for development, but not there yet. So status. Ready for development. So these are really the only items I'm working on. Well, no, I guess I got the in development items, but we'll get that done too. A lot of this stuff it's moving along. Sprint 4. Let me do a quick ping. Jeez, what the heck? What is going on? Oh, wow. Okay. I had to wisecrack my way through a conversation there quickly, so bear with me while I... Okay, that's weird. This says I've been streaming for 5 hours. I have not been streaming for 5 hours. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you combine my previous stream, but I've only been on for 1 hour on this stream. Okay, let's make progress. Okay, so I think I've got some things. We're working. This is my sprint 4. Hopefully I'll get to knock all these things off this time. Let's see if I can get through it. A lot of these things are pretty much ready to go. Playbook support saving plays. And then set up route actions list. This is actually in development though. Wait. Yeah, I'm working on this stuff right now, so we're gonna call that one in development. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this for now. What I really should do, I got to get in the habit, opening that up every day. What have I got done? Click, 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 and let things kind of go that way. I got to get used to doing that. Get back into my old agile ways where we used to meet for 15 minutes every day, which was never 15 minutes. It was always 20 or 30 minutes, but that was also because we had a lot of people. Okay, so we've got it loading. I've got the get formations. The biggest thing now is I was working on my structs of... Not my strut. That's my strut. But not my struct. Struct is a whole nother animal here. So let's go here to my structs. All right, so I got route action types, route actions. I think I've kind of got this finally defined. I did take out... let's go ahead and do a quick save of everything because... It's like a lot of things that are open and I don't want anything getting broken, lost after all my work. So I don't need formations. I got this guy we're going to put over here right now. And make sure I got ID, position, name, description. And I decided I was going to allow for the position to be the filter. So the only situations which I wanted to put a new one in here called move. And move could be any. Any means any. Anybody can actually be, or all, or whatever. It wouldn't be all, it could be any, because you'd only get one. Each route is a single person definition. We're going to call this move. Along with coordinates to move to. Or how about this? Move to provided coordinates. There we go. Actually, not provided. How about set? That's better. Okay. This could be anybody can do a move to. We're going to have... I did say I wanted to separate all these. Oh, no. All right, let's do this. Control F. We're going to go... we're going to go WRT. Oops. WRT. We're going to go W, comma, R, comma, T. Now, the reason for this is because I'm going to have some actions that have some double-digit ones that might use a T. And we want to separate all those. I also got offensive line. That's a double-digit one, so that's going to have no separation. Wide receiver. Shouldn't be wide receiver. Should just be W. Oh, no. See, it's not. That confuses me too. We're going to go WR is actually WR. And then now QB is, that's a double digit. That's a QB. We got D, defensive line. Or is that defensive line and linebacker? Pass rush. No, that's defensive line. See? Defensive line. It shouldn't even be defensive line. It should probably be like run focus. D is supposed to be anybody. Can be any defensive, but all my secret codes. LCS. LCS is linebackers, corners, and safeties. LCS, and that one's going to be L, comma, C, comma, S. And then DL is defensive line. See, then I have kicker and QB. So this should probably be QB. I need to be consistent with my my nomenclature. So if I'm going to do that, we're going to call this KQB, which should just be K, comma, QB. Oops. I got to be consistent so that we have everybody getting the same bump. We're going to go L, C, which should be L, comma, C. There. All right, so we got any can move. Any can block kicks, because you might be putting any, whoever's in there, it's a special teams play, so it's like whoever's in there. It's not really, any of the players will be trying to do block kick, so it doesn't matter who. That's, some might be return kick, but I guess you wouldn't do a block. You might have like I mean, I might have to come up with some kind of a nomenclature for that player. It could be anybody who, I mean, who's back there, but I don't know. Defensive line. I don't know what to put on this. Let's just put this as a DL. Defensive line. It's either going to be all defense. Run focus could be everybody, but I don't know. It's D for I know what I could do. Let's do this. We're gonna say DL. We're just gonna go L, comma, C, comma, S, comma, DL. That's everybody on the defense. There you go. This will allow me to do like a string test if it's any or the letters in there. That's basically what's going to happen. what I should do to make it even easier to read, because like if I wanted to look up C, I should probably put an ending comma, a trailing comma. I'm thinking everything should have a trailing comma. The reason for this is it'll be easier to look it up. A trailing comma says I can just look up K comma, QB comma, blah blah comma. Otherwise, I have to like, oh, what if it's on the end of the, what if it's on the end of the list? Like I put this in as, you know, I want to look up S, or I want to look up something else, and it's on the end and it doesn't have a comma. I can't do it. I can't do a proper. Let's do this. I know I have a lot of these. QB quote. Let's say QB comma quote. There we go. That'll fix that. And then we have to go. Don't have that many, but I do want to put comma, comma. Let's try. Let's see. Comma T quote we'll replace with comma T comma quote. Trailing commas will just make it easier. Okay, so I think I have everything with the trailing comma now. Well, maybe not. Comma. Almost everything had a trailing comma. Any. Well, any's going to be any. I'll just look up the word any. So it's a separate check anyway, so it won't be another option. Okay, so that's my route actions. I've got route actions. I've got initialized route action. It's action type, so I've got to change this. No, I don't need that. What I need is take that off. There you go. Now, the only thing left to do, I need to go to the store. And we'll do the same thing. But this one has to be smaller, lowercase apparently. Why? I don't know. Because it does. Because if I don't, I will cry. There will be something that comes back to haunt me for not making it lowercase. I promise. It will make me pay. What is S? S is the store. The store is defined at the top, right? Yep. Okay. So we're going to start here. We're going to go replace. This would be route action type. And we will replace that one. Where else? Is that it? Oh, yep, that's it. Okay. So we have this guy, which I haven't created yet, because there is a load formations from embed. I'm going to have to get a little help from, I don't want to just copy and paste this. I want to, I don't trust the direct copy and paste, so I'm going to have this tell me. I need a load route action types from embed to work the same as load formations from embed. Using the route action types dash c.json source. Let's see what it does. Now, once I have all these bits and pieces in place, I'll have to go do my so this one should be the same. Man, that's such a long method. It's a long method on that. Honestly, I'm almost feeling like I should have it like be. It's like my. It's kind of like my store is getting too big. I don't like this much stuff in it, so I might have it. I should probably have like a route action store, or load formation store. Because I feel like it's getting too much. I don't like my files to get gargantuan. I mean, is there any reason why I can't? I don't know. I feel like there's. Then I need to put this guy at the top. The store method in this service getting pretty big. Would it be out of the norm to create a formations store.go and a route actions store.go and pull out those related functions. I'm going to go like this. This is one of those opinion things that I need. I want to get a good opinion. And who do I trust more? Well, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the of opinions provided by Copilot. Copilot is what's cool too is I think Copilot would, if it likes the idea, it would say, yeah, do it. Claude will, if it likes the idea, it'll give you both files. It'll give them, see, refactored store files. See, it's creating all the files for me, and it's going to refactor them so that it pulls the data out. And to me, I think it is anyway. We're going to find out. This will just pull all the crap out, and then I can just use them. It'll basically refactor them and break them up. Now, somewhere, does it break the line here? Oh, here's the store.go. Okay. Yeah, see, I can go like this now and just go. Now, honestly, I don't know if Copilot would have done a good job with that or not. Copilot historically is just, sometimes there's just times when I'd rather let Claude or ChatGPT do it on the website. It's just better. We're going to call this one formations store.go. And then I'm going to create one for, we're going to call this one route action types store.go. You know, for the sake of simplicity, I should probably put store first, huh? Because it would keep them sorted together. Yes, it's a store.go file. But if I put formation second, all my store files will stay together. And I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to go rename. We're going to go store formations.go. And then I'm going to rename this one. And we're going to call this one store route action types.go. Because it just keeps all my store files nicely together, because store is the primary thing there. So now I can go back here. Geez, is that still up? I didn't even know that was still open. It's like, wait a minute. I haven't even had, its underlying code ain't even in existence at the moment. Okay, so we're going to go and close this, and I'm going to shrink this for the moment. And this is my, all right, which one have we got? Let's start with the first one. Formation store. Okay, so we're going to go here. See, there's a lot here just in the formations one. We're going to go to formations. And then we're going to go to route actions. Now we got to do store.go, which has now got to be slightly simplified. I feel like it's nice and short now. don't know, why don't you want to save? Save it! There it goes, okay. The main store now delegates to specialized stores, which makes the code more modular and easier to maintain. Each store can be modified or extended independently without affecting the others. Would you like me to explain it now? I'm good. I trust you. That's a simple thing. I think it's just pulling out code and making sure, hopefully I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I think we're good there. So I should have, now there, you can see I have a lot of red. I don't know what it's crying about, but we're going to have to figure that out in a minute. I probably missed something. Oh, I know it's probably definitely missing is my PB, my common API stuff here is probably way broken at the moment. Let's see if I can get. Let's see if I can get. I got my playbook proto here. Using those files. It might actually be wrong. My service may need to be. My service, which doesn't have as many things on it, but I think it's my service that's going to determine what needs to be in here. Maybe not. Using those files, what am I needing to update in this profile to okay, so this just needs to be, okay, so I am missing the route action type. Get route action type response, request, and I need to add these in. Copy. And then we'll go here, and that just basically is my RPC. Yeah, so I just need to go right there. And that should give me my route action stuff. Perfect. We'll save that. And then we will go, oops. What did I do? My terminal took over my screen. What just happened? Oh. Things are different here. Stop it. Where's everything at? There it goes. Ugh. And we'll go to my bash, and we're going to go, all right, so cd common. We're going to go make. Blah, blah, we've blown to pieces. Gameplan.proto. Int is not defined. What? What are you talking about? Game plan? Game plan? It's not even the same proto. What? What are we talking about here? Do we even have a line? 50. 51, 52, 53. What do I... yards to go. What the heck? Int is not defined. Oh, it has to be one of these. Probably int 32. What else do I have? Int bool. Is bool okay? Bool should be okay, right? So string, yeah, so let's try that. Oops, did I not save? Did I save? Bam, bam, bamity bam bam. Okay, so I think we're good. So this color I think means it's not checked in. I think that's what that means. Playbook.exe is not ready to be built yet. Obviously, that's going to be bad, though. So what am I missing? What is the last bastion of importance to get in here? All right, what are we missing? Store. Formations. Load formations from embed. Oh. Did it not put in my call? I think I need this thing. Oh, it took it out already. It took it out. Where's my call? My file call. It's not there no more. It didn't put it into the new one. Yeah, it forgot to call. I'm gonna start. Let's see if I can. See what happens if I do this. Obviously got all this stuff. And I need these two guys. And then can I do an edit redo? How many times can you redo? Is redo going forward a thing? Nope. Not after you changed it. Oh well. Alright, route actions. I need to do this one up here. And we'll take this guy. I'll put this one over in formations. And then I have to go back down here. Store. Got my acting time to do tonight. I gotta go do some learning how to be Frederick Lauren. Practicing my best Frederick Lauren. I have rented the house on Haunted Hill so that my wife may throw a party. A haunted house party. There'll be food and drinks and ghosts and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. And if you would stay the next 12 hours in this house, I will pay each of you $10,000. Or your next of kin, should you not survive. Ah, but here come our other guests. It was my wife's idea to have our guests arrive in funeral cars. Her sense of humor is, shall we say, original. It was my idea for the hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? Anyway, there you go. That's my opening lines. And this guy's got 4 wives, man. Frederick Lauren had a lot of wives. He's a player. I guess when you're a bajillionaire or millionaire, whatever it is. Where was I? Copy. We want to. Okay, so I copied that. We got to go over to my store, and I got to go Control A, Control V, and now we're fixed. Right, so we Control S. So now I should go back here, and we got my formations FS. Go embed and. Go embed, route actions. Okay. And we will just say file, save all. Oops, nope, I didn't want to save as. Go away. Never mind. File, save all. Should give me a little bit extra embeddiness. All right. I think we're good. Okay. That's green. That's green. Service.go is not green. Yeah, you know, you can't have everything. This one doesn't have as much going on, so I'm okay with it being here. So we got route action types, get route action types, get playbook, get formations. Get route action types is not defined. Do I not have? Oh, I have get formation. Oh, I don't have get route action times in here. So we got to go. So we got get formations. And we will have get route action type. Okay. All right, so we got our initialize it. We've got our get it. I think we're good. I think. It doesn't show any errors, but it's complaining about errors. It's complaining that there's errific stuff in here. I don't know why. What's your problem, man? What's your problem? Guess I can build it and we will find out. Like my store here. What is wrong with my store? You know, there is one problem with this. I don't understand why. It's supposed to... Do I need some imports here? I feel like I lost all my imports. It's like, something's missing here. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's not right. Something is off at the store. Huh. Route action store. Oh. So what is it called? Is it supposed to be information store? What is the reference? Route action store. He's calling it a route action. I don't know if I want to call it route action. This is supposed to be a route action type. And okay, so well, it is there, route action store, but route action type. It's types. It's not. I mean, it is an action, but it's the type of action. Good. I don't know. Route action. I guess it could be route action information store, but still, this is not referencing it correctly. So even if I left it, all right, let's go. Let's see what happens when I go like. What are my types? My types have a problem too. Always somebody's got a problem. They're not showing me what their problem is. They just say that they have a problem. I'm not seeing any red. Oh wait, what is this? Is that a red line? No, it's not even a red line. And does store have a red line? It does. It has a whole bunch of, what does this one say? Package found. Oh, you know what? I probably need to put this guy in here. It doesn't guarantee it's going to fix anything, but yeah, it didn't send him green or anything. My import suddenly appeared. Stuff is happening. It's still doing stuff, but it did clean up some things. I suddenly got my imports. That's good. Now it's not showing me any. Still got a lot of red though. Don't know what that red is for. Huh. All right, let's go ahead and go here. So we're gonna go cd // playbook. And we're gonna go go build All right, so we got service.go does not like does not like 54.103. Because that's supposed to be route action type. Get route action type. Store. It's probably not S store. It's probably S something else now. Given our updates, seems my service.go is missing some changes as well. All right. So we got our package main, got our validate, got our playbook store service, playbook store, get formations, get route action types response. Okay, so this is, it's pretty much, it's not a ton of stuff, but it is enough that needs to be altered. Service.go. Hopefully we didn't break anything. Hopefully everybody's happy. Did it turn green or at least another color? It did. Okay. Let's see what we got. Cannot use formations variable type. Oh, geez. What, my gRPC handler broke too? And store.go. Okay. So my main.go ain't complaining yet. But it's probably because it's referencing something that's not right here. Oh, do I have, I don't even have my get. Oh, you know what we need to do? This is going to be get route action types. Route action types. Route action types. Route. Okay, this is silly. Now you're like, now he sees how silly this is. Yeah, I see it now. It's kind of annoying. Jeez. Holy moly. All right, so kind of pass this along too. So still having issues. Now with my gRPC underscore handler. What is it talking about? 55. Store. Formation store. Oh, nope, I guess that doesn't work because this is actually defined right here as route action. All right, fine. So cannot use variable of type store as playbook store value in return statement. Store does not implement playbook store. Missing method create play. Oh, that's an issue that's not even missing method create play. Probably shouldn't even call it. What is create play? What are you talking about, create play? Create play. There is none. What is? Because, I mean, create play. Where is this create play of which you speak? That's a simulator playbook. Missing method, create play. Oh. Route action book, route action. What is route action book? What did I do? So we have get formations, get route action types. I don't know what these things are. Create playbook. Get route action types, get formations, get playbooks by user. I don't think I need any of this. What is all this stuff? Simulator, bam. I don't know what this is, but I'm getting rid of it. Oh, I didn't do anything. That was what it was showing. Wow, that's weird. Okay. I don't have a create play. It should be save play. But I don't actually have this method yet, so let's just get rid of that for now. I can implement that when I get to that step. I'm not there yet. And simulator I don't care about right now because that's not... Alright, so I guess that's it. Alright, where'd my intro go? Alright. Thank you, Mr. Claude, for cleaning that up. We will go to my gRPC handler. Looks like everybody is now looking. No, it isn't. Store is still weird. But handler is now good. Everybody's looking good except for store, who is still crying like a baby. Chimakun. What the heck is that? Hello? Don't know what that was, but it's gone. Alright, let's go ahead and build this thing. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Still has a problem with my store. Missing method. Create playbook. Well, I don't actually have a playbook yet. That's also a thing that probably isn't a thing. It's like I'm trying to click on the open file in editor. Oh. Still has a problem. Probably because I have this store and it's missing things on here that eventually will need to be there. You know what? I wonder if I've ever actually passed playbook back. Huh. You know, this is the first time this service has ever been activated. I don't think playbook has ever been... I just realized I'm basically getting this service running for the first time. Because I have... Well, maybe I didn't. Okay, so game plan... I had game plan. Oh, maybe it isn't the first time. I was like, how did I actually have this building before though? But I do have stuff. I was getting formations and stuff, so I don't know. What is it? Create playbook? I don't know. There is a create or update playbook. I don't actually have it doing anything, but it does exist. I wonder if that should be changed to create or update playbook. Get route action types. So we got create, get formations, get playbook, which probably could be there. But isn't. Validate each play before creating or updating, and then I don't actually have the create playbook method. Whew, man. Hour and a half before my day's over if I'm going to get anywhere. If I want to have any more UI changes, I need to figure this out quick. Woo! I may have overfilled too fast. Luckily, my desk is pretty clear right now, so it'll be an easy wipe up, but I made a mess. I do this all the time, because this is what happens. You add carbonation to a carbonated drink to a protein drink, apparently, because protein and carbonation tend to explode each other. Oh, wow, the adventure. I always know that it's close to exploding, but I have to challenge myself. Usually I shut it quicker, but I got gutsy and I went for the fill. So I only had another strip in there, and so much for that. Don't try to beat Mother Fizz. Mother Fizz will beat you every time. Got a little tiny bit on my keyboard right on the outside edge, so I'm trying to get that cleaned up so I don't make a mess. Make my kind of firm press keys into very firm press keys if they stick. Yeah, my desk needed a good wiping down anyway. Okay, let's see where I'm at here. All right, so why is it complaining about this now? Cannot use store variable of type store as playbook value in return statement. Store does not implement playbook store. Missing method create playbook. What if I just comment this out right now? Because I don't actually have this thing. When I get to the playbook building stuff, I can see it, but oh my gosh. Boy. You know what it is? I think it's because I split my store. And my store is not referencing things correctly. But it's interesting. And it's true, these methods don't exist. I mean, it's not like it's complaining about something that's wrong. It's interesting that it's now complaining about it. It wasn't complaining about it before, but now it's complaining about it. And that's what's throwing me off. Was like, why was it not an issue before when I hadn't had these things? I don't have these methods, I get it, but it's like, why? Sorry, undefined. Playbook store has no field or method create playbook. So all right. Here's the thing. I guess my I want to create a stub or create some way to make this work. Because create playbook is a thing, but I'm trying to decide what is the trigger for playbook. So if I'm on the front end and somebody creates, is it just create an account and thus we create them a playbook? Everybody should have a playbook, right? Even if it's empty. You load it up, you get no plays until you start putting plays in there. But or maybe you by default get some plays. But either way, you should have a playbook in the system. And then, so a playbook is made up of plays. What would be an empty playbook? Create playbook, and then we got create or update playbook, which is probably this one, right? I mean, create or update. Create or update playbook creates or updates a playbook and returns it. And store is the one complaining. So, wait, oh, store. So basically I need to have playbooks, plays, formation store, route action store, counters. It must be the way it defined the additional stores, because now I have two stores. I have the route actions, I have the formations, and I have the playbooks, which could end up being its own set of store, its own store as well. Because the playbook got the playbook, it could be its own set of things too. Dang it. Let's do this. I'm going to go let's see. These two seem to be out of sync. So, getting errors related to missing missing methods. I expect to have these methods, but for now, perhaps a stub to pass the build command. And then we'll go here. Now, hopefully, I don't run it. Okay, so add these methods to your store. Also, make sure to add these imports to the top of your store.go file if they're not already there. The imports should appear themselves. Get playbook by user ID. Which one do I add this to? The store? Oh, that's my... Add these methods to your store struct implementation. Alright, that's store. Also, make sure to add these imports to the top of your store.go. Time, go MongoDB, bson, and Mongo options. Yeah, we're fine. Create playbook. This should be a PB reference because prefix for playbook is PB. That isn't going to break it. Don't really expect that to fully function, but I do think it's going to have a problem with compiling. I mean, it created these new methods for me, but it doesn't. Added get playbook by user ID implementation, added create playbook, added close method implementation, added timestamp handling for playbook creation, added ID generation for new playbooks. Implemented proper MongoDB upsert. Now the store implementation all methods by this playbook interface. You can remove the create play method from the store since it's no longer part of the interface. All the store implementation should now be in sync with the interface definition. You can now remove the create play method from the store. Well, I don't have a create play method. I don't know what create play method is it referring to? I have create playbook. I still have a problem though. Generate ID. Formation and route action. So where is how does this one generate the new ID? Oh, these ones don't generate IDs. Formations and route actions are predefined IDs. So that's not a thing, but what is? I think I have... Oh yeah. My auth does it. Which is... It's missing! Hey. Oh, it's way up here. I forget that it's before common. All right, so we got store. This one does a generate or create ID. Whenever we create user, insert on, set collection, find one and update, generate custom user ID, generate custom user, generates a human readable user ID with the increment. Wonder if I can just like where did it get this stuff? User ID plays. I don't think that this is valid. Where did it get this playbook definition? I mean, I guess I have types, but my playbook is ID, user ID, create at, and plays. So I have the playbook has its own ID. We have a user ID. So it's ID, user ID, create, and plays. What do we have? User ID, created at, plays. So it added, no wait. Oh, playbook.id, and then it's going down here and adding in user ID, plays, which it got from something else. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Get next, or I'm having an issue with this get next counter thing from playbook. Where is get next counter? Oh. So you broke it. He's like, oh yeah, oh well, yeah. I mean, you are gonna need that. let me delete that for you. Dang it! This is what I get for trusting the stupid AI. AI, you jerk. Now what? I knew that was supposed to exist. Okay, so that fixed get next counter, but what about generate? So okay. What am I missing? I think the idea is generate. There should be a generate something here. Generate ID. That's the one I want. Copy. And that should go right above the counter struct. Still getting this airplane build. All right. So we go here. Set into service. Playbook. All right. Get playbook by user ID, get formations, get route action types, create playbook. Oh, okay. So they just took that out. Wait, what? Which one am I using? It's like, which one am I using? It says that error happened because there's a mismatch between your interface definition. Missing create playbook. Oh, okay, so that's not the problem. But your service is trying to use it. You need to add it to the interface. Okay. So where is the interface at? It doesn't say that. Is the interface in store? Don't see it. Where is the interface? Is it in service? Service has it. Playbook store interface. Type playbook store interface right here. Create playbook. Add this line. What do you mean? It's already there. What are you talking about, man? It's not going to answer my next question because I'm out of stupid uses. This is why troubleshooting in Claude is bad. It does have playbook, and it did have playbook. I deleted it thinking it was going the other direction, but it's actually going this direction. Let's go file, save all. Yeah, maybe I just didn't have something saved. It's possible. Yeah, see, I must have just not had something saved. All right. Let's see if it'll run. Everybody's green or yellow, meaning it has been checked in. Successfully verified load information. Successful error loading route actions. Failed to parse route action types. C data JSON cannot unmarshal number into ghost struct. Failed route action type. Name of type string. Failed to create store. Failed to initialize. Blah blah blah. We've exploded into a mess. And now I got to go find out why. This one I will run by the Copilot because this guy is a problem. Getting build error or runtime error building playbook or running. starting playbook service. Wait, what? The error occurs because the protobuf definition, playbook pro, defines the name field as a string. Okay, but it is a string. String, okay. All name fields in the JSON must be strings, wrapped in quotes, to match the protobuf definition and allow proper mark. Okay, so let's go look at the seed data. Name. Do I not have quotes surrounding everything? There are numbers. What did I put numbers on? Oh. Wait, what? Okay, I screwed something up. Oh. Yeah, that's what I did. Sometimes I just need to slap me. This was back when I had it something else, and I was using a different field name, and now I broke what this is. What is this? This is this exchange. This is supposed to be exchange. And then take hand off or pitch and run. And this one is pass. And also I got QB run with the ball. This will be run. I mean, technically I could have other people be in there to run also, but is that it? Let's try that again. Yay! We loaded. Small victories. Gotta take it, man. Okay, so playbook is fully defined now. It's got all the parts. I should be able to pull them into my website now and load up the actions and hopefully go to the next step. So that said, let's go ahead and close this stuff here, or at least get them out of my way. And while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and stop this, just because I like to start all my services together. I don't know why. I just do. This should load up everything together. Now my playbook is getting more meaty. My game plan is pretty meaty. My auth is pretty meaty. It still has some things to do. I need to get simulator going, but I can't do simulator until I do coach. Coach is the next thing. Once I've got plays getting created, and I can put together a little bit of a playbook, then I can go do my coach. All right, I've got about an hour. Hold on, I'll be right back. You know, I'm gonna check something quick. This has absolutely nothing to do with this code, but I am checking my... What am I checking? I'm checking... trying to figure out the best way to check this. Oh, here, let's do this. I'm gonna check my email. That's what I'm doing. You're like, huh? You're having trouble figuring out how to check your email? Well... Wow, interesting. Football Business Academy. I just got an ad for Football Business Academy. Become an FBA candidate. Our professional masters in football applications are open. Wow. Is that even a thing? Football Academy, huh? Our professional master in football business gives you the something or other. So, okay, I'm distracted. Okay, so what am I looking for? I am looking for my this guy. I was going to look at... Oh yeah, I need to look at my schedule. That's what it was. I think this thing. Alright, so we got... Oh no, I guess first Saturday is March 1st. Huh. It's next week. Okay. Please answer truthfully. He was asking about what days we would be available or not available. Apparently we don't have a Saturday. I guess we're not doing it until Saturday, the next weekend. And I want to watch the movie. Supposed to watch it as part of our whole group is going to be watching the movie, but apparently it's not going to be this week. It's kind of a thing. Today was the first time I went online. Somebody was on there going, no offense, but you don't look like you're just out of college. I'm like, no, not just out of college. But he says, don't take this personally. Like he says, you're old. He didn't say that, but he was implying that he was saying I was old. That's what it was out like. He was implying he was saying I was old, without saying I'm old. You know, you're just not out of college. Like, no. But is that really what you're saying? Or you're saying I'm not just out of, you know, what are you saying exactly? When you look like you've been out of college for a few dozen years. It's like, yeah, thanks, maybe. Not sure what you're saying there, buddy. Okay, let's see if I can get my route actions loaded now. So I have my playbook.js data here. I get fetch formations, place selections, fetch route actions. I think the API is defined. Oh, you know what? It might not actually be. Let's close this. Nope, I want to do that. Oh, I guess I have to. Okay, so we're going to go there, and then we're going to close. Is it the service or the gRPC handler? Somewhere here we've got the API defined. Is it the main? The main would not be defining it, right? Is it service? One of these guys has to define it. It's either going to be in here. No. It must be my, it must have to be defined in the gRPC gateway. Main.go. Playbook.go? Okay, I know the endpoints are being defined here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Formations list. Okay. And I need one to handle the do I have the get formations handler defined? Is that in the gRPC handler? Nope, gateway, playbook. gRPC handler. Get playbook. Get route action types. Get formations. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Hey, Ariano, how's it going, man? Whoa, what? Whoa, 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 what are we whoaing about? I'm just trying to connect my... I've completed getting all of this stuff done, finally. But now I just need a wired up into my gateway. Oh. Can I just close this whole tab? I don't want this tab anymore. Close tab. Huh. Fine. Just do this the old-fashioned way. There we go. Good work ethic. Well, it's, you know, it's easy to do when you're enjoying what you're doing. Oh, it's the same jacket I had on earlier, just it was open. I had my super my Broncos t-shirt showing underneath. Now it's just it was zipped. I was gonna do a video for my Indiegogo, but I wanted to do a demo of what I had, and I go, oh, because of what I'm doing now, it's kind of in a broken state, so I got to get fixed before I can do that video. So I may have to do the video Sunday, but I'm hoping to get all this working today. So I've got I got 53 minutes to get this done. No, this is just a jacket. It's not a costume, but it's a sweat jacket. I'm a big Denver Broncos and Superman fan, and I have a lot of little things, jackets, shirts. See, my Superman drink bottle and my Denver Broncos drink bottle. So, and not to mention all the other stuff in my room. I subscribed. Well, actually, it was on my wish list, and my son bought me the first year. My first ever comic book subscription, where I actually have it delivered to my house, ever in my entire life. And like you said, I'm not like just out of college. I've been around for a while, but I've never actually had my own comic book subscription. And there's a new Superman. What do they call them? I mean, a new Superman comic book line. I don't know if you call them lines or whatever. It's called Absolute Superman, and it started in October. And I thought, hey, this is my chance to get in on a Superman line. And yeah, but see, I can't teach anything. I can't teach Go. I'm not an expert. I'm barely learning it. Basically, what I would teach is how to use AI, because I have gotten really good at using AI, I think. I mean, I've been able to write a lot of code, get a lot of stuff done. And to me, I've gotten about, I'm pretty good at learning stuff on my own, no AI and just playing it out. But I am easily 4 months ahead 4 months ahead in progress because of AI. And you just gotta, and I've learned so much about how to inquire of AI and what do and don'ts to do with that. And if I had a choice, I would do something like that. Because I'm telling you, my experience so far is there's no code you can't code if you learn how to use AI properly. Now, I don't know if that's true with Unity, because I haven't tried. Yeah, I haven't gotten to Unity, but so far I've got Docker working, I've got ngrok working mostly, I got continuous integration, continuous delivery through GitHub via check-ins and pull requests. I've got local Docker, I've got remote Docker, Go, React, Mongo database. All that stuff is working because of my interaction with with AI. That's interesting, but I don't think I could get that going quick enough to make money, any more than I can get an app. If I can get this app done, it'll make money, right? But I don't think I could get an entire training course. And again, I've just seen there's some really good teachers out there. I'm really not. There's some really bad teachers on YouTube too. Don't get me wrong. No. I thought so too. At one point, I actually thought AI was not useful. But AI is so useful. Dude, it is so much more than just AI documentation. In fact, when I first started using it, the first couple of times I tried it, about, I want to say 8 months ago, I thought it was crap. I was like, this is not going to work. But as I started learning more and more and more of how to use AI, and I'm not talking about any one. There is no one AI. Let me tell you that right now. There's no one AI to beat them all. They all have benefits and negatives, and some of them can just answer a question one day, and then it'll be the other one that answers a different question the next. They can't always figure it out. Some of them will give you better answers than others. But it's not documentation, dude. It's so much more. You can literally write applications. Now, I'm not talking about going, give me an app that does X, Y, Z. No, it's knowing enough to take your programming knowledge, asking it for bits, and say, I need this X, Y, Z piece of code. And I need to write it in this language. I need to write it for this purpose. You learn to give it the right wording, the right formula of your question. And it will write chunks of code for you in the syntax you need. Then you review, you check that code. But oftentimes it's working code right out the gate. And the better your questions get at asking those questions, the less reworking of that code you have to do. More often, a lot of times, if you know which AIs are better at certain things, when to use the cheap free AIs like Copilot or the GitHub Copilot or Microsoft Copilot, when to use those versus when to use like the online Claude and ChatGPT, which are way more robust than the Copilot versions. But there's times to use them, because a lot of times you're trying to work on a free budget, right? You're not always, you can't, some people pay for all of them. I can't do that. But I'm just saying, there is so much more. AI, no, it doesn't. If you give too much credit to it, it can. If you just let it take control, it can build a lot. But No, all it's doing is making sure your syntax is right in advance. But you learn to over time, and I've again over the last 3.5 months now. Yeah, almost 4 months. I've been working with it full time, and for one, it can't build an app for you on its own. And you will find, I guess it depends on your experience, but if you're an experienced coder, you're going to see the flaws in what it does, but you're also going to be able to see the benefits. One of the things is, like, say for example, one of the huge benefits is, like, you can probably write these structs, right, in Go. You learn how to write the structs. It's not hard to write them, right? But it would take time for a lot of reasons. One, you would make typos. Everybody makes typos. There's a lot of oops, backwards. And if you see all your typos, great, you can fix them as you go. But you're probably going to have some. The more code you're writing, the more likely you're syntactically making errors, especially if you're new to the language. Whereas if you know what you need, I need a struct for play, formation, blah, blah, blah. I need these fields. You don't have to worry about things like syntax. Go or the AI will write it for you, and it'll get it right 98% of the time. I mean, that's like one of those are easy things, right? The larger the piece of code is, say for example, I'm working in React, and I need to lay out a page. Now, I already have all the data points. I have everything I need. I need to put it in a particular layout. And I know what I need, but then you have to kind of sit there, and it doesn't ruin anything. But yes, I could spend hours trying to remember what all of the Tailwind classes commands are, all of when you can use Tailwind, when you have to use CSS, trying to lay out the positions and formations. Am I going to use different versions? Do I prefer to use table data or div tables? All these different things, when you can actually just go to the AI and go, look, I want to lay this out, and this out with this information. And I need these items to appear here, these items to appear there. I want these colors, these texts. You can just lay it all out, what you want. And AI will plop it out there, and it won't be perfect, I guarantee it. But then you can tell it, look, okay, I see what you did here. You added this thing. A lot of these AIs try to add stuff. And you're like, no, that's great, but no, I don't need that. Let's delete this, let's add this, let's enhance that. And bam, you can get that going. I can't, because you know why? Because all these companies want you to be working in .NET Core, and I don't have enough experience in .NET Core. That's why I can't get a C# job. I've been working on C# for decades, but my company did not update to .NET Core and MVC. They stuck with Framework, which is now 10, 12 years old, but they just kept with it. And I kept saying, let's update this, let's upgrade this code so I can keep my skills up. Let's get it to modern stuff. And they're like, oh, we will, one of these days. And then finally my days are over with the company. So then I'm looking for a job because my stuff is outdated. That's the problem. It's not, I know C# syntax. It's kind of like I'm the AI for C# now. I can syntactically write your code, but I don't know all of the structures and all that other junk. Now, I could do it with AI because AI would say, oh, do this, do this, do this. And I could get it done. But, yeah, it's an ugly thing. Oh, wait, what time is it? I got 43 minutes. I really need to get this loaded. All right, where was I? Thing. This is a fantastic floor mat, but it's old, and it's finally dying. It's starting to show. Okay, what do I need here? I need to get my. All right, my gateway needs to call. Where is my endpoints? Check my gateway endpoints here. Main, game plan, playbook. This must be my endpoint. Okay, so I need to have, do I have a handler, get playbook handler, create or update playbook handler, get formation handler. Okay, so I need to create a get, I need to create another handler here. Get route action types handler. Route action types. Route action types. Okay. And then I need to go up here and take this guy. And we're going to say route action types, typos, types. And okay, that should give me the calls I need. Dude, it's all right, man. Hey, I wouldn't stream if I didn't want people to talk to me or ask me questions or just chat. It helps me to, I don't know, it makes it so I don't get so caught up in it that I get stressed out by it or even burned out on it, because I can have fun with it and interact with people, and so it actually does help me a lot, and just it even gives me focus in a way, because there's times when I want to work without streaming, and I do a lot of offline coding. A lot of times it's because I'm working on a thing I want to get done, and it's like if I've been doing the same thing on a stream for more than a day or two, I usually will finish that thing before I'll stream on it again, or I'll do some other thing during streaming and then work on that one offline. This way, none of my streams are all the same thing. Like if I'm really stuck on a thing, I don't like to have like 3 days worth of on the same stuff. So I'll get it working before I move on, or before I stream again. So sometimes I've taken a couple days off, but from streaming, but not necessarily from coding. Here's a curiosity. I wonder if I can. I don't know how to. I guess I should probably figure this out. Can I stop? This is one of the problems with starting all my services together. So I don't know if I can stop just one service. I haven't given myself a way to stop a running service other than stopping them all. I set it up so I could do this start them all at once thing, which is great because I have a lot of services. I don't want to have to start them all one by one. But I haven't figured out, I haven't set up anything that lets me shut one down, tweak it, and start it back up while leaving all the rest of them running. So I basically have to stop them all and start them back up. This is probably not a great status, but whatever. Gateway. Nope. Nope. CD. Gateway. Go run. Nope. Go build dot. Go run. Nope. Go run dot. And like, so I've learned a ton of things, just like all the commands. I'm learning a lot of syntax, a lot of what's required and what's not required. And so more and more as I'm going through, I'm doing more and more without the use of AI. But there's still a lot of times when it's just a large chunk of code. I don't want to type it because I don't want to make errors. So yeah, AI just saves you so much time. I'm telling you, just so much time. Even if you know coding, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna. What is this? Why is it getting this error? Unused params. Unused. Oh, why am I? What is that for? That one's there. Creator update. Is it because they're not being called in the handle? I don't know. But we're gonna take this. We're gonna go over to my code here. And we don't need the API part, but I can put it here. Because they're all API. So now I have me a route action types list. I don't think I need to provide anything because it doesn't matter. I'll get it all. Information data. Route action type data. Types data. No. Route action types. Route action types. You know what? I'm going to call this types. All right, so we'll go back over to my play editor. And we're going to have my route action, fetch route action types right there. Okay. And fetch formations, fetch route action types. Okay. Oops, gotta do it twice. It's so nice, I gotta do it twice, man. That's not really why, but that's, it rhymes. Set route action types. I'm changing all this stuff. Because it's just what it's called and I want to be consistent. I gotta look for route action. Oh, it's route actions. Nope. Wait. Route. What was it? Route actions. Aha. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what we got. I think we got everything running. We've plugged in some stuff. It might error, but at least I can go see what it looks like. So here you go. Here's my fantasy themed football game. And so this is my field. I can go do the simulations here. This is my area I'm currently working in. So this is where I can do my situations. I can add a new game situation for offense and or defense or special teams, which currently isn't set up because special teams is special. It's got to have its own weird layout. This is the playbook editor I've been working on. This is just a copy of a component that's going to lay out my play. So this is just dead. It's not dead code because it's just there to be an insert. So then I got my play field to set up an editor. I go set up a formation. Then I can go say, okay, let's put that one in. So it puts my formation in over here. Then I can decide if it's run, pass, or spatial. It's just a filter, which I don't actually have the filter defined yet. But so if I click on this, I'll get an error. Oh, because it's trying to load my route actions, which are brand new, and I haven't. So I got to fail to fetch route actions. What was the problem? Well, for one, it's not called route actions anymore, so I obviously have something broken. Let's see, what line is that? 26 on the play editor. 26. Go here and we put in type. And it thinking what it's going to do. Try this again. I click here. Yay! Well, sort of yay. It's not pretty, but it's a yay. Okay, so now so now I've got my, this is my list of what can be done, and this is my route actions, which don't seem to be showing up. Are they there? Oh, there's stuff in there. Oh wow, check that out. I mean, it is starting to load. things are kind of sort of in a way clicking. They're not clicking. They're not clicking prettily, but they are clicking. I was trying to put it in between. You can see that it's not quite laying out, is not pretty at the moment, but it is there. So we're getting some undefines, but it is loading. Hey, it's kind of working. I got to do some cleanup, but it's starting to look like a thing, man. As I set up my route, and this is what the route's going to do, and then I can go back here, and does it toggle and keep everything? It does. Wow, nice. So yeah. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit if I can. Now I got 29 minutes to see if I can get this cleaned up. Clean up on aisle 6. Formation layout. Where is that appearing? I think it's appearing here. So we got play background. Should be showing up here. So here's my route action types, but there's not enough room for them. Size, well, I could probably make this bigger. I bet you that'll stretch it out a little. Let's go 10. Yay, it's bigger now. So now it's got 10. 10 undefines. I have 10 undefines. Okay, let's see, we're gonna go, where is the problem? You, my friend, are taking up too much space. Maybe you're taking up too much space. Why is that run type such a big long field for such a small amount of things? Move to action. Filtered component. Where's that going? Is that underneath this? Play definition on the right. So Is it inside of my filtered component? No. Why would it be inside there? Now, this is the background. Oh, wait. I bet you it's up here. Aha, it's right here. So this is probably too freaking big. I bet you that's what the problem is. Ring blue, say focus, 500, 500. So, aha, width full. I wonder if that's causing me issues. There's a big gap in the middle there, and I think it's only supposed to be full of a third. Not full of... Huh. What if I make the route definition... How big? What is route definition including? Oh, it's including everything here. Oh, okay, so that isn't big enough. Let's change that. We'll change that to 240. Aha! Look at that. We're getting closer. Closer, closer, closer. Now, I don't know if I like the white backgrounds, personally. I'm thinking I'm eventually going to get rid of these white backgrounds. I would prefer just a dark red border to keep everything in sync with what the theme is. I don't think the white borders look okay. They're clean, but they don't fit the thematics. I'm a thematics kind of guy. The thematics say we got to stay in theme, so we don't want a white border. So how about BG? What do I do with, like, wait, what is the background of these guys? Just my top MB4 flex play setup. Well, what if I just take the BG border off? I bet you that's... Okay, that's closer. And instead of gray, we're going to go with a red. Oops. We're going to go with a dark red, so we're going to go with like an 800. I'm not convinced, but we're gonna go red. 800 here, and we're gonna get rid of the BG border white here. Better. Now, my route actions, I think it's too tall. I'm actually not even totally sure I want a border. What if I take the border off? Let's just take the border off. Ew. I went from, somehow I went with, I don't think that's better. I don't know. Oh, we got border here. Oh, I gotta take that off. That's why. And we'll take, then I can take this off. There we go. What I'm probably going to do is try to put a save play or save action, maybe even shrink this and put save play on it. We'll see. I still got to get my actions. Why are my actions showing up as undefined? It's not loading up something. So we got routes. It is showing up as an action, but maybe it's doing the wrong thing. Maybe it's not item.value. Is it item? Formation selector. Where are we getting our route action types? Set route actions. All right, I think I need to get my route. I need to look at my route actions. Where are route actions appearing? Let's put a break here. Whoa. That is not where I put a break. Whoa, what are you doing? It's jumping around on me. What the heck are you doing? I want this guy. That was weird. It's jumping all over the place. All right, let's see what this does. I might not be able to break here. I mean, it did let me put a break, but that doesn't mean it's going to work. You know what? Just to be safe, I think I will also put one here. I want to look at this. So let's go here. Click here. Whoa! Look at that. It drew the line from W1. Okay, so we got a little bit of we got some buggy boos going on here. Let's put it back this way. And then we'll click here. There we go. All right, so that gives me my route actions, which, by the way, I have my route actions. I should not have to load them again because they're all the same. I just should be filtering them at this point. So I'm actually thinking maybe I don't need to keep calling the route actions. It's a one-time call. I can filter them, but there they all are. They are most definitely there. So we got position. We got name, we got description, position, name, and description. So name is what should be going into that value field. Jeez, okay. Oh, have a break. Oh. Okay. Why is it going? Why did it kick me back? I think this guy map. It is action.name. Why are you doing that? Stop it. Maybe because it's in code. It's not going to let me because it's in code. Can I do it like here? Okay, so it doesn't want me doing it there. Okay, I see. I have to be inside the code line. And it's not displaying here. I don't know why. I mean, they're there. These lines exist, but they're not showing. So I don't know if it's because they're white. They might be white. I don't know. What happens if I do something like this? Nope, that doesn't do anything. Well, probably because they're undefined. It has nothing to show. It's just clicking on undefines. I got 17 minutes. On change. All right, let's just. All right, so we got route, action, selected action. It is the 3 E target. Node attribute. Okay, so whatever's loading up there is not loading anything in there. Okay, so we do have an action. In this field. So we have action. Well, action.id is not a thing. For some reason, I'm not passing back the ID, which I believe I do have. Do I not? Do I not have an ID for the action? I think I do. Yeah, it's route action ID. Yeah. So why is it not passing it back? So I got ID. Oh, it's not .id. How about ._id? And there is a name, but it's capital N. Aha! Look at that. We've got actual words now. Imagine that. We got actual words now. Hitch, go, hitch. Pitch, go, hitch. Button, block, scout. Pass, block, block right. This is all of them because it's totally unfiltered at the moment. Bump, bump. Bumpity, bump, bump. How am I getting doubles? I don't know why I'm getting doubles, but do I actually have doubles? I guess it's possible. Move, release. Hitch. Do I really have 2 hitch? I do have 2 hitch. Oh, Ken. Shame on thee. Alright. Oh, that one can go away. Comma. I'm not fixing the numbers. What else have I got? I got bump bump. I got 2 bumps apparently. Yep, there's another bump. 25. It's actually 25 both times too. That one's even got the duplicate numbering. Ah. Hit / block defender. Oh, this is a bump. Wait. No, same thing. Never mind. Ignore me. Alright, so we don't have no... Okay, we got rid of one extra... We got rid of a hitch. Got rid of a bump. Unpass, change room focus. Blitz, man, zone. Block, block, kick. Bump, bump. Got rid of the bump, bump. Release. Block right. Pass block. Block right. Block left. Block center. And then we got double block. We got block of the block. Lots of blocking. So let's fix that. What is DSA? Data selection action in interviews. How good are you at it? Apparently, I'm not too good because I don't even know what it is. Let's see. Wide receiver. What's the other one look like? Cut. Data structures and algorithms. Well, it depends. I know a lot of data structures, but again, remember, data structures oftentimes are defined slightly different in different languages. I mean, a structure in Go is slightly different in others. So if you're talking about a syntactical, I haven't done too much leak code. I have seen it. Well, there's a guy. He's actually really, really good. What's he call himself? The handsome coder or some bizarre thing on YouTube. He calls himself the handsome gentleman coder, or I don't know, whatever. He's got a big old mustache, and he's obviously pretty full of himself. But he's a really good coder, and he's really fast, and he does leak code stuff. He likes to go on there and just do leak code things, and he's really good at that. I am, like I said, my forte is all about design and function and then using the tools available to me to make those happen. So I think, let's just say the things I really excel at are creative, user perspective design. So, and that doesn't mean just in coding. It means anything. All right. So I've created a number of board games that I would probably have released them already if I knew how to do art, if I was artistic, but I'm not. So I don't know how to get these things to look as good as they play. But they're board games, and I have a football one. I have some pretty cool ones because they've got unique aspects to them. Like I've got a kind of a cool pickup and delivery fantasy type style game. I've got a football game that this game is partially designed upon. I've got a puzzle race game where you race other people to assemble these puzzles it only takes like 1 or 2 minutes per. They're small puzzles, but it's kind of like a Pit. I don't know if you ever played Pit, but it's something like that. But it's using puzzles. You're building puzzles instead, and you're trying to get the parts. Anyway, I got a lot of those kind of games, and they just require art and graphic design, which is not me. So I got to get to those, but that's kind of my thing. And if you look at the Mage Cage and X-Case on my sites, those things they take into everything. They got the expandability one needs when they're collecting miniatures. It's got the displayability. It's got transportability. It's got multi-purpose. It's got inserts. It's got all kinds of stuff. That's kind of just where my mind goes. When I was creating these, I always look at it from the user perspective. What do I want? I want to be able to access my pieces without taking my cases apart. I want to be able to find my stuff while they're all connected. I want to be able to expand top, bottom, left, right, just so that I can keep adding on to the size I want to carry. I want them to be able to be mounted and displayed on the wall. I mean, all these things I considered when I was building it. So these are all that's kind of how my mind works, and I think I'm very good at it. In fact, if somebody were to give me pretty much any topic that I knew anything about, or even that I could work with them to define if I don't know it, I could help them build a game or a product or design that game or product so that it's functional as well as buildable, usable. Make it happen, make it come into reality, and make it, if it's a game, something functional. I like games. I like doing it with games because it's fun. But you also got to consider all of the little things. Like, you don't want it to be too fiddly. You don't want it to be too long. You want things to move quickly, but yet give yourself enough to think about. And there's a lot of little things you've got to consider in designing games of any kind. It's like this. It's got to have enough for the player to do without so much that they're lost in the weeds. You know, you should be able to do actions and functions and feel like your time is being spent on something usable that's fun to do. Okay, you're from India. Okay, that makes sense. You know, my company, the one that laid me off, was moving a lot of their stuff out. They were outsourcing a lot of their stuff, and they were reducing their FTE workforce a lot, and so I was kind of a victim of that partially. So yeah, in fact, they had a lot of Indian employees. In fact, one of my best friends at work was, you know, he was an Indian guy, and you know, I have nothing against them at all. They were on site anyway; they were FTE, but the contractors, you know, it's just what it is. You know, it's cheaper. I get it. Workforce in America is expensive. You know, we complain a lot about offshore taking our jobs, but it's because it's expensive to live here. I mean, fact is, you know, people who live in India could not come to the United States at the rate they're making there and, you know, survive here. They would not be making enough money, but it works for them in India, like it works for you in India. Unfortunately, unless Americans want to take advantage of that and be able to make less money, they have to move to another country. So yeah, it's weird. I understand the complaint, but I also don't blame business for moving it, because the balance doesn't work. The math doesn't work, right? If you have to pay, if they only hired Americans to fill all these jobs, it would be expensive to run the company, which means they'd have to raise all their prices, which would mean everybody needs to make more money. And it'd be too expensive to send overseas because it'd be too expensive to sell overseas because people overseas wouldn't be able to afford it. So you can't balance what you need to sell for price and pay the exorbitant costs of doing it all within the United States. Now, the U.S. is trying to do things like raise tariffs and raise taxes and raise whatever to try to make things coming in more expensive. But then everybody else just does it to us. It's like, fine, you're going to make expensive anything you want to ship anything to us. We're going to make it more expensive, and then of course our stuff's still expensive because we can't get it to the other countries. So I don't know. I don't know the answer, man. It's weird, but I don't have anything against it. It's just economy. It's stupid. So that leaves us Americans with a couple of options. One, we take less money, which is, I don't have a problem with that, but it's harder to live with that, and that's why a lot of times people have to have double income, or two people living and making income. Or we have to do something like create our own products, create our own business, do something where we're the only one that we have to worry about costs is for ourselves. So create a product that makes money and you don't have to work for someone else and worry about them paying you. But Vietnam, huh? Wow. I mean, yeah, it has a lot to do with their own personal economy. They can make less because their economy is less expensive. I mean, they may have less stuff to buy, less stuff to do. I don't know. And it's whatever the reasoning is. Maybe they don't have as much American products that they need to buy because American products are probably expensive. But whatever it is, it's just the way the world economy works, unfortunately. And it's really the tech industry is what does it, right? I mean, Indians can't take our what do you call it, construction work. They can't take our restaurant work. They can't take any kind of work that our customer service area work. I mean, things like, where you have to be present to work, that stuff can't be taken from us, but it's also lower paying. Tech industry is really high paying, but everybody in the world can jump in and take those positions. for some companies. Now the companies that require, it's funny how so many companies require employees to be on site, but yet they're giving jobs to contractors overseas, which seems like, okay, well, why do we have to be on site if you're giving jobs to people who aren't on site? And so short of them having on-site locations at these other countries, it seems kind of. Yep. As long as the company is willing to have people who don't work on site. And, oh no, it's 4:59. I didn't make it. Well, I kind of did. I mean, I got it working. I got everything in here. Does this show up now? Nope. So my display is still not showing it correctly, but my list is. So maybe, do I have... So when I click, it still shows up undefined. Handle action select. It must be up here. Handle action select. Ah, that's the problem. Let's do this. All right, let's try it again. There it is. Scout. And then I can go that, and then we're going to say, oh, we can't block while we're out there. Can't do defensive actions. I guess the only thing I can really do is scout. Oops. Oh, look at that. I didn't even realize that. Look, when I click, I can't click on the same thing twice. I mean, I can. I'd have to go here and then back. I think I'm going to have to deselect this item when we enter it. Also, I need to come up with a button to clear this. Like, what if I need to go back or delete a line? Yeah, I'll have to put in some kind of an option to clear the line. But it's loading, man. I got it loading. Looking pretty good, actually. I think it's working out pretty well. So my next thing for next week or the next time I stream on this, probably be either Sunday, probably Sunday or Monday. Knowing me, it'll probably be Sunday. I have to come up with a save action. I need to remove or deselect this. But I think we're in good shape. I do want to shrink this play type field because for some bizarre reason that's really big. Oh, it's up here. That's way too big. We don't need to go. I'll just say 150 pixel. There you go. That's a little better. About the right size. It matches my formations here. So anyway, there's my play editor. It's coming together, man. Slowly but surely. So now I can select plays. I have some general cleanup, but now when I can actually get my plays built, I just need to save them. And then once I can save them, I save the play definition. But I also need to figure out how, supposedly I was doing some research. There is a way to save an image. And I'm hoping to save this image as a play. And, oh yeah, and I need to add in a title. A play name. Because, gotta have a play name. And I need to add filtering. Okay, so let's, I gotta do some closing shop things for this. So you're in India. Alexa, what time is it in India?
In India, it's 6:32 a.m.
Dude, have you been up all night? If you're in India, it's 6:30 a.m. over there, and you were on with me, well, a long freaking time ago. Probably, what, this morning? Have you slept? Are you one of those people who never sleeps? I don't know. Jeez. $6:30 a.m. Yeah, dude, you've been up forever. Oh, you're probably working, huh? Because if you work for an American company and you're in India, then you work overnight, which means you would be getting off like about now. Your work day is almost over, and then you'll be going to sleep during the day. Because a lot of people have their days upside down in India. At least that's the way it used to be for the people I knew. Because they had to be on during business hours here in the U.S. But you said you're just a graduate, right? Have you got it? Have you got a new job? I mean, I guess you're in India. I mean, you might. I don't know. Are you a consultant for somebody? All right, so go back here. Planning and tracking. I know it's a little. I'm a little over my time, but I got to do my closing shop stuff. So these are a lot of the games that exist out there, like Pro Strategy Football. This is American football again. This is my whole market research of all the games out there that do stuff that some of the management, general manager stuff, Front Office Football 9, Draft Day Sports. All of these guys do something similar, but they do terrible simulations. And then some of them do better simulations, but they do terrible GMing. They don't do any GMing. The best sim-looking games are the worst. They don't do GM stuff. Okay, so what do I have? What is done? Function, coaching, profile, create, play, layout, play editor. I'm still working on the route action list. Set up route action list. I've got that, I think, pretty good. So I want to call the route action list done. I've updated to fix that. Nah, I got to clean it up a little bit more. But we're good. Save play, not there. Using playbook service, support saving play. Use playbook service, support. What is that? Route action types. I think this is done. That one's done. That one's ready to go to test. I mean, there's some tweaks, but it's still in test, so I'm going to call it good. Eventually, I won't. Right now, my sprint items end at test because my production deploy is kind of iffy. But I do want to go in and add. I am going to add a task, but first I want to add it to the right location. So we got my playbook here. Got React UI, Play Editor, React. Save play, layout play editor. All right, so create custom action list. Okay, we're gonna go here. Create task, create play name / title field. What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, save button. Formations button. All right. Task, add, save play button. I feel like there's a save. Oh, here it is. Save play. It's already down here. Never mind. It's down here. That's the thing on my docket. So we got create play name title field, and I think this might actually already be in my sprint. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I got the play title. That. I have some cleanup to do. I'm not going to put that in as a task. I'll look at it and go, yeah. Oh, I know what I need. I need to add task, remove route action. Option. And then also I need a task, deselect route action in list. Well, honestly, I'm not going to have that many actions on a route. And you're not going to scout more than once. You're not going to block more than once. You're not going to do most anything more than once. In fact, probably shouldn't even be that many actions in here. You can do things like a hitch maybe a couple of times. You're probably not going to do a go more than once. I would say, for simplicity, oh, I know. I don't need to deselect. I mean, I tried to select it twice, but nobody's ever going to scout twice. Scouting is what you do at the end of your route. You do your route first. So that's not actually a thing. We're going to go route action, select, save. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to write something down. I forgot it. We're going to collect. I have save. I have route actions. All right, how about reset route definition. Delete current. And what else needs to be done on here? I think I'd probably just do a delete current. I may actually limit how many route actions you can do. I'm trying to define how many will you do. Oh, filter. I got to apply filter. Task. Filter route actions based on position. Okay. Now, these items, we'll call those ready for development. Okay. Alrighty. Now, I think I have enough that I can do my Indiegogo video. So that I can get that stupid thing started again. My second round. Hopefully I'll make some money this time. It's way further along. I have so much more done this time around than I did the first time I did it. I mean, it is just night and day, the difference in how much work has been completed in this scenario. Once I get this done, then I'll have... My goal for this round is to get the play editor complete, so I'm adding a bunch of plays. Then I can go to the and then hopefully I can get it to load them. That would be awesome. And then that's going to be a big thing. That's going to be a lot because I gotta load the plays. So I gotta save my plays with images, then have the playbook load the images, so that you can put them in from the plays you own. So that's the thing. So some plays you don't actually own them all. So you have to get them and earn them, so they will show up. So they will be like a list of all the plays you own, and you can click them, and they'll just add to the list. So it'll probably be a pop-up, a little bit like my formations thing. You click on it, it'll have all your plays. Then you just start dropping them in here. Now, do I want to have? I'll probably have it offense and defense and special. Yeah, same kind of filter, which will be the same kind of thing here. But yeah, I think we're getting there. And then you click that in, you load, highlight, put all your plays in here. Then I can go back to the game plan and start assigning plays to the situations. And once the plays, I have some situations created with plays. I can then go to the coach component, which does the coach component needs to manage those plays. Now, that is not a UI thing. The coach component is actually a logic component that's going to be on the back end back here. And that one will just, that's the thing that'll read the game plan situation based on the simulation. It'll go, oh, this is the situation, these are the plays we're supposed to run, this is the play I'm calling. You call the play gets ran in the simulator gets to do its thing based on actual plays being called by the coach based on situations, which is great. Right now it's still going to be kind of random values, but then I'm able, at that point I should be good to start implementing player functionality, which is kind of the meat and potatoes of all of the GM stuff. I gotta start applying. That's going to be a big thing, and trying to figure out how to break that down into sprint pieces is going to be the big trick. So, because I gotta, like, okay, what can I do in a sprint? Because it's going to be minor. I gotta figure out how to do that in small enough pieces so I can make progress, get it done in a sprint. Because it's going to be definitely a meaty process for surezies. Okay, save that. Let's go ahead and check things in and trigger my. Woo, man! Oh, look at that. Okay, so got a lot of stuff. Okay, so we got play editor, major. How about major? Play editor updates. I don't want to add everything. I could see adding more descriptions, but if I make this too big, then my title gets stupid. I wish there was like a separate descriptor. Oh well. Yes. Well, that's the first time I've actually created that branch. I haven't checked in the branch. I created the branch, but didn't actually check it in. Let's go see, go to programming here. I'll go over to my GitHub. Major play editor updates on its way to the Docker test environment. With any luck, it'll work. I mean, it was working before. As you can see, some of these don't. But some of these don't work because they're the production builds. So we'll see what all blew up. I don't know what all blew up last time, but we'll let it run. Takes about 4 to 7. Is that a test one? What blew up here? Oh yeah, that was production build. Production builds are the ones I'm struggling with because I've been trying to get the ngrok to show. Once I can get the production build work, I'll be able to start giving backer codes to people who back my project, and then they can start playing with it as I start putting more and more stuff on there that actually lets you put stuff in, and they can tell me all of my bugs, and I can keep trying to fix them. Get them nice and solid thanks to the interaction of those people who want to play with it. All right, man, that's it. I'm gonna take a break. 5:17. I gotta I could game, but I'm not because I have to leave at what time is my, I didn't actually look at what time my acting rehearsal is. What time is the rehearsal? Where are you? Actually, you know what? Let's go. Let's go here. Does it show me the time? Okay, well, it must show the time somewhere. Somewhere's under the rainbow. All right. All right, yeah, 7:15 to 8:45. Okay.